Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Thea the Awakening. We had a bit of a nasty showdown, unfortunately. We lost one of our party members. We lost a hunter, which was a shame, and a bunch of children. So now we're desperately trying to fix the situation. I hope we can. Oh, seriously? I mean, I got some really beat up people. Okay. Probably put him down, or her down I should say, and then him. Counter tactic. Counter tactic. Counter tactic. It's going to neutralise their entire card base if I can. First action. The thing with blunt weapons is that blunt weapon damage carries over, which is really useful. Right, there we go. Then we'll start confusing some of these bats. Shield ally, support ally. So we've busted enough, a nice amount. Let's just get this done.
The whole land is shaken. Many people get bruised and thrown about.
For Peter's sake. They're all basically healed again, except for her. I'll wait one more turn and then we'll have to keep going. It's all these trolls. I would have probably got everything. No, I'm gonna have to press on, aren't I? Because I can't risk not getting the items that I need.
You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are scarred.
Can we
The
talk
lead
about
dwarf
this?
spits and grunts at you.
Okay. Keep in play. Put her out, followed by her. And then we'll go him, and then we'll go. We can't do counter tactic. Counter offensive might work. Counter tactic will get rid of one of them. Might not work, and I don't want to burn a good use card, so we could go first action and push him to the front. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked, they're all level 8. Okay. Who's the next highest damage dealer? Ledreg. So we'll go support ally. Support ally.
men stand firm, showing off their strength and confidence. You share a meal by the fire.
Right, so we did that. Get into the tree.
You come to a place that looks like a barren hillside, with one old tree stump sticking out like a sore thumb. You don't see anyone here, but you're sure this is the place you were meant to go. Suddenly, the hillside under the tree stump shakes, and a set of large green eyes opens up and looks at you.
Hello, strangers. You come here looking for knowledge, but I am old and sleepy. Why should I tell you anything about my own kind?
We were told you could help us save Thea from this new threat. You're old and wise, so surely you know the danger of your kin awakening.
You seem like decent folk. Still, you ask me to betray my own. My body is old and lies deep in the ground, and I've had an itch for centuries now. You need to dig by that small willow tree, and when you reach what looks like an old rock, just scratch it for me. I will sell all the secrets to be rid of that itch. I will wiggle a bit, so that the ground will be softer for you.
Alright, we need the knowledge, so we will help. Okay. I've got to reshuffle. Okay, it's not as bad. Oh boy. Okay, we've got to be tactical about this. Let's do that. Okay. Counter-offensive might work. Then we'll just throw everything else in. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Get closer. Everybody just get closer. I'm just to pray.
You get to the spot and scratch the rock. You hear a loud,
Ooh, yes, this is good. Now I will tell you all I can, for I am old and sleepy, and do not know as much as I once did. But I will tell you of the Song of Life, as you mortals call it, and of my lost brethren.
Yes, please tell us if you can.
The giants, as you call us, were indeed the builders of Thea. Called upon by ancient powers, we were tasked with keeping the destructive force of chaos in check. We hummed the Song of Life, and its melody ensured the world changed, but calmly, in time. Without our song, chaos would shift your lands and twist them out of existence. But in the days when the younger peoples, like yourselves, began to populate Thea, we became a danger. The wild wives and the Vielkolud were gentle and calm, but not during our mating season. Our mating custom, well, you can imagine, I am sure. And so a council of elves, dwarven rune masters, and human goods, with my help, created the Weatherer, the first Planetnik giant who would become a shepherd for his kin. The Planetnik giants were able to put the others to sleep, and only wake them in small groups for short periods of time to ensure the song continues, even as the builders slumber.
So does a Song of Life work?
That is far beyond your understanding. It is a melody of life, hummed by my kin to calm the stormy nature of Thea.
So why are these planet giants so special?
The Planetnik have two skills. One is to collect clouds into their enormous sacks so the giants have more sun. The second is to then change those clouds into sleeping clouds that can put giants into their slumber. While the other giants sleep, the Planetniks sit high up in the clouds and become one with the skies until they are needed again.
So what went wrong? Why are the giants waking now and destroying the land?
I do not know what happened for certain. I only know that the darkness corrupted our sleep. It weaved its way into our dreams and thus infected the hum of life itself. I am older than my kin, so I remember, but the young ones, they wake hungry and confused. Now, not only are all of the giants waking at once, but they do not remember why or what their purpose is. Worse yet, some have been twisted into corrupted fiends, the shadow giants called Roki, or the unliving corpses. They seem to walk the darkness as if it was a part of them, and their Shadow King grows stronger with every passing night.
What type of giant are you? You seem much bigger than the ones I've met.
Me? I am but an old one. The Oak Father, I was once called, for I chose to serve the Mother Tree, the one that is no more. I have lived with the Elven kin for many millennia, and it was I who gave the younger peoples the power to create the first Planetnik. My price was my body. As you see, it has become one with the earth for good. Even when I wake, I will never walk Thea again. But this is good. I fear there is not enough space for me now. And as for my size, well, lucky for you, there are only a few as big as me. And let us hope you will succeed before they wake. But we must return to our business. I do not know what happened for certain.
Right here, there we go.
Your main objective will be to face the Umbridge Lord before he devours enough souls and before he kills off all the Planetnik giants in order to ascend and thus release all of his darkness upon Thea. You see, it is not that he is evil. That would be too simple. It is just that during his sleep, the darkness weaved its way into his very heart, and now his power of the humming, instead of building the world, seeks to take it apart. You will only have one chance at facing him, so make it count.
Right, so we need to defeat the Umbridge Lord. How do we do that?
There are two ways for you to follow. One, find the Great Weatherer, the first of the Planetnik giants. He has woken without his memories. Convince him to help you. Remind him of his duties, and you'll have a chance at stopping this. The second way is more bloody. Try to kill as many giants as you can, and then face the Shadow King yourself once you find him, or he finds you. This is not an option I give you lightly, but times are dire for us all.
So we kill lots of giants, but how do we find that getting so many help may be wise?
Alas, I do not know where he dwells, but I have seen signs of his presence throughout the Easterlands. Go seek out signs of his planet-knit kin, or other giants who may know where he is.
Right, let's just go over and search for giants, shouldn't be too hard. Rightio. I have to resolve. Oh, he got hurt. What's with all these combats? Right, we'll put those two down. They'll probably check out an attack rat. Oh, they're checking out lots of attack rats. Okay. Who's got good shielding? I'm going to throw out a confusion because I don't want these guys getting lots of turns in, because that's not going to be useful for me. I don't think my counter tactic's going to work. So I'll put her out. Right. He's okay. As is he. As is he. Get closer. I confused the last one. Shield him. I killed them all off.
You come across signs of a giant's crossing, and you also catch rumors of a wildlife sighting not too far away. Perhaps you can find out more information about the planet. Your scouts spot some giant tracks. They may lead you to the Planetnik leader you seek.
Okay. The problem is that I'm gonna have to rest. Where's food in this godforsaken area? There. So we've got a choice, folks. We can go looking for the weather, or we can go and talk to this giant. But it looks like it's got friends, and I'm beaten up as anything, so I'm going to run back down this way. Should be able to get there in a couple of turns. Should probably be making stuff, production, crafting. If we got to have to be fighting giants. Probably we were given silver for a reason. I don't know why, but I get the feeling that we're probably going to be having to make silver tools to fight these things. So we'll throw these guys in. herbs are getting a bit low. So they made this silver striker. Let's get up there and see what's going on.
You discover another one of those great craters, clearly made by something tearing the ground apart. But this time, you see the giant who must have made this hole, lying dead on the ground. You also see 3 baby giants sitting nearby, playing with some rocks. The babies are at least the size of a fully grown human.
Damn it, burn the giant's body so it doesn't rise as the unliving. Then we'll have a look around and see if we can find some clues as to what happened. That's probably the best bet.
You see signs of a fight, and farther into the field you find the remains of what must have been another giant, a wildwife, brutally quartered into pieces. You see no other giants in the area, and the babies seem to be almost growing out of the ground, so moving them would be impossible. This spot was well hidden from the main track. Perhaps if you bring them food, they may survive long enough to be found by some of their kind.
Right, okay.
You have no food to give now, so you leave the babies be. They seem occupied with their game.
Good, leave them be, but bring them food from time to time. 100 should do the trick. Okay.
You come across what looks like a dried up log, but as you get closer, you see it has eyes and looks up.
Ah, people. Good. I thought I will perish in isolation. I have a boon to ask of you. I would like my ashes spread upon a fertile forest ground. I cannot offer much in the way of rewards, only that my body will leave some precious materials.
The tree that you suspect is a Lishi, a powerful forest demon and shepherd of trees, turns into ashes before your eyes. But, just as he said, he leaves some rare wood. You take the axe.
Yeah. It's down there. I need to get some food for my characters. We'll go here, we'll camp, and we'll gather a ton of food. Production, crafting. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. Probably making monster slaying armour, if we're being honest. Knowing my luck. We could use mithril. We haven't got enough God's wood. We could probably use God's wood, to be honest. No, we can't use God's wood for that. Or ancient wood, I should say. Monster seeking armour. Probably what they intended us to make. Okay, some people leveled up. Oh, I got a new person joined the village. Craftsperson. Excellent. Get food. So she's the new person. I do love the art style in this game, it is beautiful. We'll give her that. She needs armour of some type. She can't wear that, that's a shame. So we'll give her probably this. So she's a craftsman. Can't use that. Too heavy. Okay, so they can't use any of those. Our food is still coming along well. Inventory. There goes the production of cooked meals. That's going along well. Nice and healthy for you all. $120 bird meat. We'll give it one more turn.
You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are the lead
Fine.
dwarf spits, and
Let's auto resolve it.
your men stand firm. You share a meal by...
Okay, we've got crafting point. What do we want to unlock? Blessed path, perhaps. Do you want to go down the food option? Perhaps that might be a good thing to do. Baked goods. Baked goods are yummy and are lighter than... Nah, that sounds like an interesting thing. Can't do that. We need seaweed. We need to have a steady meat supply as well. Okay. So that's an option out. Can make better shields. What's this? Jewellery, perhaps make better rings. Could construct something, but I'm out of space. Spider silk, that's probably something to have. Need better spinning material, really. Okay, so what's near the village? A couple of undead must be popping out from somewhere. I thought I'd dealt with them all already. There's a mausoleum up there, that's why. There's no places directly nearby that has it, which is a shame. So we've got to keep grabbing some supplies of food. Let's see. 8 turns, break camp. I'll go back there.
You approach the place where you left the giant babies. The babies throw you some rocks in thanks as they eat the food.
Okay, we've got more supplies here to gather, actually. It's probably a good thing. Rightio. So we're going to do that.
The scouts have spotted a group of Yelkalud roaming the hills in the distance. They moved away now, but maybe they hold...
More giants. Is that one I was still over there? Yep. Gathering meat, gathering mushrooms. Just gotta basically be feeding the children, aren't I? Gathering meat, gathering mushrooms.
An old woman staggers into your village. She is wearing a long hooded coat, and underneath it, you see bandages sticking out.
Take a close
You
look.
notice the old woman has bandages all over her body, and you begin to suspect she may be a rat witch. A rat witch is made when a woman commits suicide on her wedding night, and her body is devoured by vermin. She then rises from the grave, and becomes one with the creatures that devoured her corpse.
Attack her. Witch. Working rats. Auto
You
resolve.
strike down the witch, but as she collapses, her bandages burst open and 3 swarms of rats escape. To your dismay, the rats run into your homes and carry off 3 children.
Oh, seriously? For Peter's sake. So each rat's going to have a child as well on top of that. Okay, fine. So we'll quickly run back in here, deliver off another thing of
You approach
food.
the place where you left the giant babies. You look for the babies, but you see only an empty space with some fresh giant footprints. Perhaps they were finally rescued by one of their own. In any case,
Right. I thought that was going to be helpful, obviously it was not. We're going to go around and chase down these rats, but we do that next episode. I've been Cornish-Knight. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you're subscribed, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at the links provided below, or leave a comment in the comment section and I'll get back in contact. I've been Cornish-Knight. Goodbye.